Shalom, Apostle Tar coming back at you with the truth, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is the brother, and I forget his name. Ricard had gave me his name. Please forgive me for not remembering your name, but this is a video that was sent to me because I'm a subscriber of him, and it was sent to me. Wait a minute. There we go. I'm doing this raw. Anyway, the name of the video is Pray for Each Other. Our experiences furthers the gospel. And this was put up by GMS. I don't know why all this nonsense came up. Wait a minute. GMS, behold, I come quickly on YouTube. And this is one of the brothers from the West Coast. Anyway, I was listening to the video. I'm 5 minutes 40 seconds in, and he spoke about an experience he had with a bad toothache or abscess tooth. And I just want to say this here that the first thing you do, this is like kind of like health advice. The first thing that you do, basically a abscess tooth or a tooth infection or a gum infection is caused by number one, inflammation, and number two, an infection. So an inflammation can lead into an infection. So the main thing to do if you have abscess tooth or an infection of the tooth is, number one, you can get you some kosher salt or some pink Himalayan sea salt, and take some good quality spring water. Like what I drink is you can get some what do you call this? Well, you have Essentia hydration or hydrated 9.5 pH water. And you can also get distilled water. If you go to your, sometimes they sell in certain supermarkets, you get your distilled water. And you can look up the word, Google the word distilled water, and it'll explain to you what distilled water is. It's pure water. Anyway, you would take the sea salt, the pink Himalayan sea salt, and the high pH water, or even the what do you call it? The any type of high pH spring water or distilled water, and you would heat it up, and you put that sea salt in there, and you would put the sea salt in the water, and you would gargle with the water, and the minerals from that solution will help you. Another thing that you can do is take real actual garlic, take the garlic, chop it up, and put it right where the infection is. It's going to burn like that. Garlic is going to burn like hell, because when you put garlic in your mouth, if there's an infection there, that's when the garlic is going to burn your gum, burn that area, because that's where the infection is. And what the garlic does, it draws out the infection. See, sometimes when you do some studying up on abscess tooth, a lot of times it's a piece of food that goes in between the gum and the tooth, and you get inflammation, and it turns into an infection. You might be eating popcorn, and a little piece of that kernel goes up in between your tooth and your gum, and that brings in infection and so forth. So, one thing that you can use naturally is take regular garlic, chop it up, and put it right where the infected area is in your mouth, and it literally draws out that infection. Anyway, I just wanted to speak on that because he made the video and he said how the brothers prayed for him, and of course, you know, without saying, you know, prayer. It speaks about praying over the church, over the brotherhood, over the sisterhood. All right. Anyway, this brother had an experience and he's speaking on it, which is good, you know, which is good. And another thing you can do is get you go to a health store, and get you a bottle of what is this? Well, you can get tea tree oil, or you can get clove oil. Clove oil is it's super powerful, and you can, you know, once you do the garlic thing, then you take the tea tree oil or the clove oil, and you rub a little of that on the tooth, or you can even dilute it a little bit because it's powerful. Because we have to learn how to do things naturally, man. Because there's going to be a time where these hospitals, man, they're not going to allow people to come up in there. So you got to learn how to heal yourself. Anyway, that's all I have to say on that. But I wanted to say something else concerning this video that I ran into in the thumbnails. And this is called, this was put up by Track Stars. And the name of the video was put up today, April 25th, 2017. And the name of the title of the video is Kendrick Lamar and the Black Hebrew Israelite Sound Off at Track Stars. Now, when you watch this video, it's a little bit more than 28 minutes long. And basically, these are Jake, as you can see, and they're Christians. And you know, this is a whole new phenomenon to the so-called Christian world. You know, the Edomite Christians and the so-called black Christians, and they're talking about the Israelite thing, and they're talking about Kendrick Lamar. The scriptures say you can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So Kendrick Lamar did something for the truth. You know, a lot of brothers got on him, you know, that he ain't no real Israelite. But you know what, man? You play on that, man. The fact that he said that he could have said he was a Muslim, you know? He could have said he was a 5%. He could have said anything. And the Spirit was working through him to push that Israelite vibe, and it's messing up these grape juice drinkers, I call them, these born-againers, and it's messing up these people in the black conscious community, because Jake knows about Kendrick Lamar. So he made that statement, and one of his songs, one of his cuts, he said, "Don't call me black no more. I'm an Israelite." So that really shook these people up. Anyway, when you see this video here, you find out how weak these so-called Christians, which I call them grape juice drinkers and born-againers. I also call them plantation Israelites, because the Christianity that they go by when they call on sweet Jesus, they're going by the Christianity that the slave master gave you. Now, the slave master was the devil. So how the hell is a slave master going to give you the truth? So you got to be out of your goddamn mind to believe anything that the slave master says. It's a damn shame. It's a low down dirty shame. Anyway, a lot of scriptures should come to mind. Bear me for a minute. Bear me for a minute. I'm just trying to bring this up on my phone. Yeah, this is 2 Corinthians 4, verse 3. 2 Corinthians 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Now, these people that you see right here on the screen, these are lost Israelites, because they're talking about the Israelites, and they refer to us as black Hebrew Israelites, which we don't call ourselves black Hebrew Israelites. All right? We're Israelites, or you can say Hebrew Israelites. And you can clearly see that these people are lost, man. The Most High haven't opened their eyes. Pursuant to Isaiah the 6th chapter, and I'm going to read that shortly. It says the third verse again. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world, who's the God of this world? The so-called white man. Where'd you get your Christianity from? The plantation. Have blinded the minds of them. The them are these people right here that you're looking at, which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushua is the fact that we're Israelites, and the Lord came for the Israelites. And the Lord said in Psalms 40 and 7 that, and it's also in Hebrews, he said that that he's in the volume of the book. So the ones are people that can't get it, you got to leave them alone. They're not meant to get it. They're not meant to get it. The Most High put a block on them. It says, fourth verse again, in whom the God of this world have blinded your plantation Christianity, have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushua, Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High. So the Most High has an actual image. When you go to Daniel the 9th chapter, it tells you that when Daniel saw him, he was a man sitting down on the throne wearing a white garment and having a big afro, big bushy afro, and a beard, of course, should shine unto them. Okay? Now I'm going to go from here to Isaiah, and this is why these people can't get it. And what they do is they'll listen to the various Israelite groups, and they spoke about how I think one guy said his uncle was an Israelite, and one other person on this panel said that they had friends that in the church that denounced Christianity and became Israelites. This is a real threat to these plantation Christians, these slaves, because they're still slaves. They're not freed in the mind. Anyway, I'm going to go to, because we're still slave under this man's system, but our mind is free because we know that we're Israelite. That's why there's such a attack on the Israelites, mainly the One West Israelites, because it's the One West Israelites. Great millstone at the top of the list is raising the most hell. Because one of the guys on the panel, one of the people on the panel said, yeah, those guys that speak on the street, they're the extreme ones. Well, there's not too many extreme ones. Great millstone is the most extreme because we out there on the highways and the byways. And that's what got us our fame. Okay, Isaiah. Isaiah 6. And I'm going to start at I'm going to start at 8. You can read the whole chapter, but Isaiah 6 verse 8. Also I heard the voice of the Lord, Yahweh, saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me. And he said, go and tell this people is referring to Israelites, the Israelites, which this panel that you see here, they're Israelites, but they're dead They're blind. The Most High put a block on them. That's why they can't see that they're Israelites. It says, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And when you watch this video, you can see that they can't understand. You can only get this if your eyes are open. If the Most High has to send the angel down to open up your eyes. The Most High sent the angel down to blind you in the first damn place. Finishing in the middle of 9, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. It says, 10th verse, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes. And all these guys on the panel, all these people on the panel here, there's like maybe 6 of them. They're all blind. Their eyes are shut. So I wouldn't even talk to them. There's not. If I ran into them, if I was in that studio, I'd say a few words. If I see they can't see it, I'll get up and go. Because the Most High is only dealing with the elect. So the ones that are going to wake up are the elect. It says, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, meaning mind, and convert and be healed. 11th verse. Then said I, Lord Yahweh, how long? This is Isaiah speaking. And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitants, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. So that's talking about America being destroyed. That's what that's talking about. Anyway, I wanted to say this too, that we're in the new moon, which came in at sundown. So it's April 25th at sundown. The new moon came in, so we're in the new moon. Because when you go to the moon cycle, which is the true month, the moon cycle is 29.53 days. So that's why it falls. Sometimes it falls on a Monday night. Sometimes it falls on a Wednesday night. Sometimes it falls on a Sunday night. Sometimes it falls on a Saturday night. Because that moon cycle, you have 4 Sabbaths. You have the new moon, then you have 4 Sabbaths after that. After 7 days. So you have 4 Sabbaths, which is broken up into 4 sevens, which is 28. And then a day and a half, I would say, that's a day and a half, that's when the new moon will come in. So that's why sometimes the new moon comes in early in the morning or late at night or 11 o'clock. Because, check it out for yourself. The Hebrew calendar is based upon the moon. Your moon. Your high, all your high holy days is based upon. Check out all your high holy days. They're based upon the noon. X amount of days, like the Passover. The Passover is what? 14 days based upon what? The new moon at evening. The Day of Atonement is the ninth day at evening, which is the 10th day. So check out any of your high holy days that we follow, and it's all based upon the new moon. Anyway, with that, you can watch this video, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be tempted to comment, but it'll be a waste of time because the Most High haven't opened these people's eyes. They're conscious to the fact that there are Israelites out there, but they don't realize that they're Israelites. And, even though they've been told that they're Israelites. Like I said, not everybody's going to get this. They'll get it when they're in the kingdom. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.